Were you guys able to guess who the sun god was correctly last week? Because let me tell you, I was so off the mark. So, welcome back in, you guys. We got One Piece chapter 1129 brief spoilers. My name is Sai, and we are here to talk about what the heck is going on in this chapter. So, I'm gonna rip off the band-aid, but we get revealed as to who the sun god actually is. And, you know, here's the thing, right? I've talked about this chapter to hell and back. I've made my own theories off of it, and I have my own guesses, and let me tell you, I was nowhere close. When they rip off the mask, we see that the sun god is none other than Road. And I'm curious, you know, before yesterday, before, like, you know, the videos came out, I have to know, how many of you guys actually knew who this was? The only reason I know about him is because I was looking at the other members of his crew and I was like, oh, you know, Garrett is pretty cool. You know, Goldberg is awesome. He has a living shield. But Road, like, he didn't really stand out to me. And I was like, yo, like, getting this as an answer is so crazy. I mean, dude, we have not even really met this guy. We really haven't. Cover pages. This guy was the cover page introduction. Okay, so just in case you guys don't know who Road is, he is a member of Harden's crew. Harden is a captain of the Grand Fleet. And yeah, that's pretty much all we know about him. He once worked for Buggy underneath Harden, and then obviously they all quit when they joined Luffy. And yeah, that's pretty much how the story goes. So somewhere between there and here, Road just did a whole 180, right? He said, you know what? I don't like that Harden is working for Straw Hat Luffy. Let's kidnap Luffy, dress him up in a Viking outfit, drop him on my Lego castle, and I'm gonna cosplay the sun god. Ooh, I don't know. That's crazy, man. Now I'm just curious, right? You know, with Road, what led him here? You know, what happened to Harden? Is he still a part of that crew? Does Harden even know what's happening? And also, what is Road's goal here, right? He doesn't like working under Luffy. He doesn't want Harden to work under Luffy. So what's the solution? He obviously has not killed Luffy yet. He just wants to capture them. Even in this chapter, when the sun god Road tries to get the Straw Hats, he uses an iron net. He's not trying to kill him. So, to me at least, what this means is that Road is most likely working for somebody. He's trying to capture Straw Hat Luffy for someone else. Because Road, I'm gonna say it right here, but I don't think this guy exactly has grand ambitions. You know, I don't think Road is gonna rip off the mask and say, the world, you know what I mean? So, I feel like he is working for somebody else. He has some ulterior motives here, and I just don't know what it is. Like, he could be going back to Buggy. Right? He didn't like to switch to Luffy. Maybe he wants to go back to Buggy. He offers Luffy's head to him, which I think would be kind of crazy if Oda does that callback, right? Because Buggy did capture Luffy back at Logtown. So if this was a repeat of that, kind of insane. I don't think it's going to happen though, granted, right? With this chapter, we see that Nami actually hits Road with Zeus. Will he survive that even? I don't know. And then we have Luffy breaking through the wall of the Lego Castle or Lego Kingdom. So it does look like the Straw Hats will escape this situation pretty soon. But granted, again, we do not know where we are. We could break that wall of the Lego Kingdom and we could be in Elbaf, or we could already be in enemy territory. But what is that, right? Like, what is enemy territory right now? Who the hell is this guy working for? I don't believe Road is going to be the big bad of the arc, right? There's no way. Like, Road, the reason why Road is such an interesting pick is because he's not a character that I think most people would look at and say, holy crap, this guy's overwhelmingly strong. Like, yeah, he's probably strong for a giant, but, you know, he worked under somebody who works for Luffy, right? Like this is like the bottom of the barrel almost. So I definitely think that there are bigger things at play with Road, and I'm really curious to see where the hell this goes. Also, shout outs Tekking. I saw this over on Twitter, but apparently Tekking guessed that it was Road yesterday. And I was like, what? And it's one of the few times where I felt really enticed to watch a YouTube video because I was like, okay, I gotta see what made Tekking 101 think that it was Road out of all people. And it made sense. So the points he made was that obviously we saw one eye of the sun god. And he's like, okay, wait, that's the one eye of Road that we have. And it's like, oh, the heels also, the build. And it's like, okay, I get all of that, but Road, like, there's so much that needs to be explained here. It's such a crazy 1 in a million guess, and I just had to give him his flowers because that is a phenomenal answer. So with Road, you know, just thinking about Haruden, I am wondering now, is this a form of mutiny? What happened to Harden? Did Road take over? Are they on the Naglfar, right? Sorry if I mispronounced that, but like the Nagfar, I think is the name of Harden's pirate ship. I think that's where they could potentially be, because in this chapter, they don't really give too much insight as to where they are, right? So we come to find out why the Straw Hats ended up in this situation. It turns out that the Thousand Sunny sailed through a sleeping mist area, which I think is overkill, by the way. Like, the Straw Hats are already tripping on Green Fairy. They're already drunk out of their minds. They're already going to pass out. So adding in Sleeping Mist is overkill. But it also makes us feel good because it's like, okay, so the Straw Hats didn't just get drunk and get taken advantage of. No, no, no. They got drunk, hallucinated, and then also got hit with sleeping gas. So yeah, it turns out that that is what happened. And then while they were unconscious, Mugen, the crow that we defeated last chapter, actually picked up the Thousand Sunny and then flew away with it. But of course, like I said, we don't know where the captured ship or the Straw Hats even are right now. And I'm just kind of curious to see why they only took the Thousand Sunny or these set of Straw Hats. Maybe it's because, you know, the obvious answer of Jimbei, Frankie, Brooke, and Robin just fell asleep on the wrong ship, right? They fell asleep on the giant ship, so Mugen the Crow just couldn't, you know, nitpick and just get these guys back over. So they only grabbed the Straw Hats that were on the Thousand Sunny. I feel like that is the most simple answer. That's probably the most straightforward one, and that's probably what it is. So when it comes to the reveal that the Sun God is Road, I actually like this for a couple of different reasons. One, it's something that I did not guess, and then two, it's because this feels very piratey in a way, right? You have a decision made by the captain, you don't like it, so now you rebel. That's essentially what happened here. It's like a mutiny. So seeing Road in this predicament, I really enjoy it. But like I said, now I'm just curious about all the semantics of it. Why does he have a Lego Kingdom of Elbaf? Why is he, you know, putting clothes on the Straw Hats and hanging out with them in a way, right? Why does he dress up as the Sun God? We know that giants love the Sun God in Elbaf, but what is up with this? Like, does he not know that Luffy is the actual Sun God? Because I still feel like that could happen where Luffy reveals himself and he's like, hey, you're one of my followers, dude. What are you doing here? And then the guy's like, oh, sorry, Luffy. Maybe we should have worked under you. Like, what is this? You know, like, what is Road really after? Is he after money? You know, does he want to go back for Buggy? Like, does he want Blackbeard? Does he want to sell Luffy out to the world government? Because that's also true, right? We have not really seen a pirate get turned in for their bounty yet. Maybe that's what's happening here. He's taking Luffy to Marine HQ. That would be crazy. Like, just imagine what it would be like if Luffy breaks that wall at the end of the chapter and it's freaking Marine HQ or Marine Joie. That would be nuts. I don't think that's gonna happen. I really don't know. I mean, Road really threw me for a loop. Like, that is so crazy. What a switch up. Yeah, I mean, I've seen the Loki thing, man marked by flames. I was on the Elbaf princess route personally, and then they're like, nah, dude, here's Road, man. here's Road from the new giant pirates. Yeah, I mean, either way, this guy's not the big bad guy. Nami and Zeus hit him with the lightning bolt at the end. I think the guy's done. Like, I mean, like, Road. Like, does he even have a bounty? I don't think he has a bounty. I actually don't think he has one that's been revealed to us. So yeah, this guy's just existing, man. He was just here. He was just on the sidelines. Oh yeah, and then another question that pops up with this is, why did he just put Chopper off to the side? I mean, I guess it goes back to the brass tacks of it being like, oh, you know, maybe Elbaf just worships deer and, you know, since he's cosplaying, maybe that's why. Or it's like, oh, maybe he wanted Chopper to be another shrine guardian. Or hey, maybe he just looked at the bounty poster and said, hey, Chopper's not a threat. Chopper, that guy with 1,000 berries, I'll let him slide. You know, I want Luffy and the rest. Chopper could just, you know, sit in the corner right there. Yeah, man, this guy's a little bit odd, huh? So one thing I'm wondering about now, I mean, I say one thing, there's like a bajillion things now, but I wonder if this is how we reunite with the Grand Fleet. We knew that we had to meet up with them eventually. We know that they're involved in a massive war. The new giant pirates are one of the pirate crews underneath us. So I think Harden is going to come back in. Maybe Harden stops Road. You know, Nami hit him with the lightning bolt, but maybe Harden comes in and he's like, you know, damn you, Road. How dare you do this to our captain, right? I think that could happen. maybe even Harden and the rest of the Grand Fleet come up together. Because, you know, this kind of reminds me of Shanks on Elbaf, right? Shanks was on Elbaf. He was chilling. He was drinking at a bar. And then his Grand Fleet kind of just showed up and hanged out with them. I think that could happen here. Like, maybe this is our intro to the rest of the Grand Fleet. You know, we're going to see Don Sai. We're going to see Leo. We're going to see freaking Bartolomeo. Well, maybe not Bartolomeo. He's kind of scuffed right now. But, you know, we'll see the rest of them. I think that'd be pretty damn solid. And the thing with the Grand Fleet is that if we are currently in an unknown location, the Grand Fleet can find us because they have our Vivre card. So that right there could actually be the solution here. But yeah, again, I would love to hear what you guys have to say about Road. If you had to, you know, rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel about this reveal? Personally, I'm at like a 9.5. I know that sounds ludicrous, but I actually really like how wacky this is. I am someone who likes spontaneity and randomness, and this was so random and out of left field, but the signs were there. I mean, Tekking guessed it, right? So there were obvious tells here, but of course, everybody had delusions of grandeur in a way, myself included, right? I'm no different. I'm just another person. So I was like, yo, like, princess, guys, come on. But Road, dude, I love being wrong. I genuinely do like being wrong because I think that's a lot of fun. You know, that's why we're here. We're here to speculate, throw out ideas, and then just be wrong in the end. Oh yeah, and another thing we still have to find out is why are there other humans in this toy box? Like, how the hell did they get there? Like, Luffy in the group, okay, sure, right? Yeah, let's kidnap Luffy and the gang, get revenge. But what about the grasshopper guy? What about the other citizens? Were they just casualties in this? Does Road just love kidnapping people? Like, that's gotta be the case, right? Or maybe these are other bounties and or marks that he's willing to bring into Buggy and or the Marines or whoever he's working for. Well, with that being said though, guys, I'll catch you guys tomorrow when the full spoilers release. I'm sure we'll get a lot more information about how we ended up here, why Road is a villain here, and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'll catch y'all later. Thank you again for watching. Peace out, y'all.